Welcome back to RPG Archive. Boom. And we're doing Q&A. I just had coffee and I feel like, because I don't drink coffee a lot, and it was hot, and it's in Arizona, so it's hot, and now I'm like sweating. Anyway, let's get to it. It's obviously been a while, but I have some questions in here to answer. Let's start with Poppy from Dragon Quest Poppy. Make sure you check out his channel. It's amazing. He's growing so quickly. He's going to surpass me soon. It's funny because I specifically said, like, when I first was going to do this channel with Teddy, we were like, let's make a Dragon Quest specific channel. And then I was like, as we got closer, I was like, you can't make a Dragon Quest channel. Like, and it's so restrictive, you'll never grow. And now Dragon Quest Poppy is specific to Dragon Quest, and it's growing so fast. So shows what I know. But enjoy Poppy. Check him out. He's doing all this great stuff. So make sure you check him out. He asked, which RPG series has the most amount of crappy games? Oh boy. Probably the Tales of series. Because every game I've ever played from them is crappy. It's just dumb anime tropes over and over again. I know everyone will say I'm wrong. I don't give a shit. Tales of. Let's see. He also asked, let me do this. Have you ever tried fry sauce? What does the T in majority stand for? What does the RPG and RPG archive stand for? Where is it that you archive your RPGs exactly? I archive them up your ass. Let's time out for 1 week. He does ask some better questions later, I think. So I may read them. But for now, you've been timed out. All right. Your sworn brother. That's Teddy. Majority. Check him out. Always doing good content. I think they just did ukulele versus banjo Kazooie nuts and bolts. So if you got a strong opinion one way or the other on that one, check him out. And then, of course, he's my buddy from the Button Mappers. Which Dragon Quest hero would you attribute to the following people, personality, character-wise? Alex, Teddy, Spencer, fourth community member of your choice. Well, okay, so typically when you say Dragon Quest hero, you're saying the main character, because they're always considered the hero. So I'm not going to do that because they don't really have personality. So I assume this question is more the generic hero of any of the playable characters. So let's see, Alex. Good Lord. Do not have an answer for this. As you can see, I just skim them. I don't actually read them until the time, which probably makes for a pretty shitty show. Alex would be Yangus, because Yangus is probably considered the funniest. And I think Alex just has a constant. He's got this sense of humor. Yeah, I guess Yangus. Everybody loves Yangus, so I think that's a safe choice. Teddy. Oh boy. So the thing is, like, I don't think the characters in Dragon Quest are that fleshed out, so it's hard for me to pick one over the other because it's like they're so defined. Like the newer, like 8 and 11 are probably the most fleshed out. So I'm like, pushed to pick one of those, but there's other ones too that they could be. But God, I don't know. Maybe is it Boria, the wizard from 4? The wise wizard. I don't know. I guess. Me, God, I don't know. Who's the stupidest character? I'll be that. I'm just the stupid one. Fourth community member. Let's do Brian because Brian, loves Dragon Quest. Brian would also be Boria because he's old. All right. Next up, what is your personal best Final Fantasy game? That's easy. It's 9. Check it out. I'm sure we'll do an archive of it at some point. Final Fantasy 9 is chef's kiss. Let's see. How does the game compare to the rest of the Dragon Quest series? How's Dragon Quest 9 compare with Dragon Quest as a series? It's better than most. I think I probably like 8 more. 11, hard to say. Dragon Quest 9, it's what I mostly like about it is the setting. It's so just fantasy. Ooh, there's just a thing it does. And when you walk through the first town as Vivi, there's just a happiness that comes over you. You can't help but love it. It's so charming. Anyway, it's better than most Dragon Quest games. Okay. What would be the Dragon Quest 12 of Final Fantasy? Probably Final Fantasy 16. I haven't played it, but it's supposed to be. They're talking about 12 being edgy, and the newest one is the edgiest, I think, from what I hear. All right. He also asked, how could Square Enix make the Elden Ring of Dragon Quest? I don't really know what that means. I guess I'll take the question as a way to, like a breakout hit in America as Dragon Quest. I think if you put Goku in it and just because you didn't have to change anything except for add Goku because it's the same artist. And just make it like some tie-in, I think it would be huge. Because people here like Goku, they just don't like Dragon Quest for some reason. I shouldn't say that because I don't like Goku and I like Dragon Quest. Whatever. All right, Poppy asked some bad questions again. How many dragons have you quested for in your lifetime? Get out of here. Miguel, this is Malta Master. He says, check out his band and check out his channel. Do you have your band listed on your YouTube channel? If not, you should, because I keep, what? All right. Multimaster asks, how do you prepare to play Dragon Quest? Is there some sort of ritual? That's almost a stupid question, but I'm going to keep you for now. You prepare so some of them are kind of big, like 7 is like a big endeavor. You get yourself in the mindset of a grand adventure. But it's not the game's adventure. It's really your adventure. The game just kind of facilitates it. So you have to be like, I'm going to step into this world with this beautiful environment and a lot of towns and do this thing and grind and do this. But you can't be expecting like a great story. You just have to kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain, I guess, but probably takes a certain mindset. I don't know. Go away. Back to Teddy. How do I get into wrestling? Get the Peacock app. I think it's like $5 a month or $10. I can't remember. Too many of those streaming services. Oh, you go to WWE Network, then do Raw, and start at probably 1998, the beginning. You could argue before, but it's just 97 is important as a building block, but it's freaking boring for most of it. It picks up in the second half of the year, but the first half it's got one good match in it though. One really good match. And a really good a Bret Hart promo that is actually my favorite promo of all time. I was like, this is bullshit. Anyway. They're talking here. You should be banned of Fiddy and mine, but I like you, so we won't. All right. Poppy's asking some. Dude, what game is a better Pokemon game than Pokemon SMT? And probably Dragon Quest Monsters. The new one's coming out soon. So, what's your exact address? Are there shiny? No. How many grapes can you fit in your mouth at once? What's your average amount of time you hold your poop in before going to the bathroom? What happens when we die? What happens when we die? Ooh. Nothing. Your body, if you don't cremate yourself, your body, well, I guess it doesn't matter, cremate or not, your body becomes one with the earth, and you become a beautiful flower or an ugly tree. Are you getting Dragon Quest Dai, Infinity Strash, or Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince? I am getting the Dark Prince. I was thinking about Infinity Strash, but it turns out it's like an anime game, and by that I mean like they make like the Dragon Ball games and the Naruto games that are just like arena battlers, and I heard that's kind of what that is. So no real interest in that, but Dark Prince for sure. Yeah. How bad of a name is Dragon Quest Dai Infinity Strash? Really bad. I saw one thing where they said I read it as Infinity's trash, which is kind of funny. Does Sorrow warrant his own game? He does now. I mean, if it means a Dragon Quest Monsters game, sure. I mean, all the Monsters games aren't they kind of offshoots? Well, not all of them, but certain ones like Terry's, and you mentioned him right there. But yeah, I mean, sure, you can make it out of anything. Friggin' Near Automata or Near Replicant, whatever that one was just an offshoot of the 5th or 6th ending or something from Drakengard. So you can make it out of anything and make it good. I'm interested. Terry from Dragon Quest 6 signs up for Married at First Sight. How would the experts pick his match? Probably like very timid and afraid to argue. Not a healthy relationship. Which Dragon Quest game would you be most excited to see get the 11S treatment? I think Dragon Quest 9 needs a remake. And if you brought it to Switch, so many people have it and so many people would love to play it. I think that the whole online thing would boom again. And you could just add so much extra DLC. There's a lot of money there. So 9. When will you play Dragon Quest again? And then will there be a Dragon Quest stream? And then he asked, yeah, will there be a Dragon Quest stream? I'm currently, I just finished Dragon Quest 7. And then, so you should see the archive on that shortly. And then will there be a Dragon Quest stream? I don't know that people want to see a Dragon Quest stream from me. Poppy, of course, does it all the time. But see, Poppy's consistent. And I can't guarantee consistency. So I can never grow that way. I've always considered it like it's cool. And I love it when other people do it. But they're consistent. And I don't have that. So maybe. But probably not. I just don't think people really want it from me. So anyway, that's it for Q&A. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.